Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly, episode 15 December 2021. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Paddlers Marketing. Get your very own corporate website built from as low as $100 with Virtual Paddlers Marketing today. Terms and conditions apply. The platform is super easy to maintain and comes with state-of-the-art security. So drop us an email at admin, at virtualpaddlers.com for a free discovery session.
While stocks last.
Yes, while stocks last. My name is Sean.
And I'm Jay.
This week's news: Meta makes Horizon World creation and interaction to more users. Horizon Worlds is a VR platform created by Meta, which is accessible via the Oculus hardware, which is the headsets.
Yep.
It has been in the closed beta mode for about a year now, and just announced that it will be available to everyone in the US and Canada. It's amazing to be in US and Canada now because I'm very, very excited to be part of Horizons, like, you know, Horizons World, to explore it. I know I'm not really very pro Facebook or Meta, but I'm still very excited with the idea of this because this is the first one of it, right?
So being in the virtual world, like
being
you're
in the
meeting
virtual
random
world.
people here and there.
So how it looks like, how Horizon World looks like now is actually it's kind of like Minecraft. Have you played Minecraft before?
Yep.
So imagine this: you have a big world, a huge map, right? World map, and you can build things onto it. But it's not as pixelated as Minecraft. But what it is, it's like very highly, very highly rendered, very what is that word? High resolution kind of stuff.
Okay.
You got people building towns, buildings, building roads, and everything like that. And the funny thing is, everybody who's there, they don't have legs. So you have a person who's like hovering with like somewhere just down to the waist, but you got no legs. You can play games there, you can interact with people, you can hang out somewhere with people, you can have meetings and everything like that. So it happens all around. The demo video looks very exciting. I mean, I haven't seen the real ones. I don't think there's enough of it to go around for people to actually see them. But I am very, very excited to be part of this.
I like how this is gonna be like indirectly it's gonna be like GTA, but it's real people around and you get to choose your avatars that you want, and like you get to move around here and there, and it's gonna be fun, you think about it. You can do random stuff there.
It's like GTA Online, but GTA has the world built for you, right?
Correct.
This one you can actually build a world. And yeah, it's very exciting. So this actually comes at the right time, as the Quest 2 devices sold over 10 million units. With a good VR platform comes good demand for the hardware. Whether we like it or not, Meta's plans for VR social media world, it is coming together very nicely. I do hope that other companies will also start to participate in this, because
The VR.
Microsoft says that they want to be part of, they are building for the metaverse. But what they're doing is they're just allowing us to have a special avatar in our Microsoft Teams meetings, which is meh,
It's basic.
Yeah,
It's
very
too
basic stuff. I mean, Snapchat has been doing that for many, many years.
Correct.
Instagram has been doing that for many, many years. We need someone to build a world, right? Apple, Google, Microsoft, any one of you guys, just build something to compete with Meta, and then you have our money.
We need our big player, boys. Come in the world, come in the realm. But yeah, I mean, like overall, actually, like for me, one thing, like despite like right now you're talking about the whole VR verse, I'm really looking forward for that. But the thing that still excites me the most is the AR. Like, what are they gonna do with AR, especially?
Yep.
That's one more thing that I'm actually looking forward for the upcoming years, And I'm sure what they're gonna build around it, it's gonna be exciting and fun, though. I mean, like even look at this. You get to be in the whole virtual world, meeting random people here and there, and it's
Exactly.
fun. And you can build your own things. Essentially, it's like a better version of Minecraft.
Imagine if you build your own Hogwarts
Oh,
or your own Westeros,
bro.
or it's a very geeky thing, like
I mean, like your own battleship, like
your own,
Millennium Falcon.
or even better, your own USS Enterprise.
And, my guy came with his Star Trek again, like bro.
Hey, you started it with the Millennium
I mean,
Falcon.
like, hey. All right, up next, Instagram let us reply to comments with Reels. If the headline sounds familiar, that's because TikTok has had this feature for some time now. When a user gets a comment on their post, they can reply to that comment with another Reel video instead of in writing. This feature has created a lot of engagement across multiple accounts on TikTok, and Instagram wants a piece of that action. I mean, like, guys, it's Instagram back again. I mean, copying people like usual.
Yeah. Have you seen this feature
Yep.
in action on TikTok?
Yep.
It's quite interesting,
It's
right?
quite fun. I mean, like, get to reply, like, for instance, if some people, okay, so because I've seen both sides of the story, I mean, like, there is some people that actually reply to good comments, then you get to see, you know, oh, thank you so much for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
comments, and then you get some of them which they have nasty comments and how
Yes.
they reply back. It's quite interesting. It's quite
How
savage
they
as well.
explain on things, right?
Exactly.
I saw one that actually talks about this. It's a very deep conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's about how a lot of people are saying China's polluting the world and everything like that. And then these economists who are like essentially white people from the US,
Mm-hmm.
they are defending China with all the stats and saying that based on all these stats, right, China is doing way better than the top Anglo-Saxon countries, like white people countries
Yep.
in the world, like the US, Canada, Australia, and all that. So these guys are actually polluting more than China, and China has more square miles of electric powered train lines than a lot of these countries combined together, and these kinds of stuff. So, and then when you start hitting the reply buttons, right? Then you go to the source, like where did this come from?
Yep.
Then this one replies to that video. That video replies to this other comment. This comment replies to another video. So you go down this rabbit hole of a long conversation, and it feels like a tweet.
Yep.
It feels like Twitter, right? You have someone who started this conversation. Everybody started to comment, and they don't just comment using messages. They comment using their own videos.
It's like a thread, but it's videos instead of
Yes.
writing.
So it's a lot more engaging. It's easier to understand, and it makes more sense than just writing.
But this is, I mean, like, it's a good step for Instagram to actually copy this with TikTok. But I would still say before copying this, because one thing I noticed using the platform itself, Instagram especially, they need to fix their bugs. They really need to fix that, because even for me, like, at times, I'm not so sure whether you've experienced this, but so when you watch reels and stuff like that, sometimes I notice that even though when you like, and when you go back to the video that you like, you don't see the like at all. You don't see that you actually like the video. So I think they would need to actually fix up on that first before hopping onto this, because if, let's just say, because there's going to be more videos out there,
Yep.
the platform is going to be more congested. So I feel they need to fix up on the bugs first before they take the stepping stone, you know. What do you think?
I have the same experience before. So what you do is, whenever you go back into the app, you refresh it first before you engage with it.
Yep.
Because once you get back to the app, the video may be playing, or you see the post. When you engage with it, you like it, it doesn't register. Then once you refresh, it disappears.
Yep.
I understand. I get the same thing as well. And I guess Instagram and Facebook are just being Instagram and Facebook. They have a lot of bugs that they will probably never fix. And that's just part of how they work, right? They are part of this culture where move fast and break things. And I mean, that used to work for a small company, but with a
Correct.
big company, they're still moving fast and breaking things. But let's just come back to this topic again. We are talking about Instagram and not TikTok.
Yep.
But this feature was introduced by TikTok, and it's very, very. It has created a lot of viral.
Yep.
It's gotten a lot of content viral because of the discussions, and Instagram wants to be part of it, and they also said, okay, we also want to do the same
It's a
thing.
very
and
good move.
Yeah.
Because, like, it makes you want to stick onto the app longer. I mean, that's the main purpose of
Yeah.
it. So good move, but fix on your bugs, bro.
Yes. Instagram brings chronological feed to us, but not exactly what
what?
we expected.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Yes. And then, wait, what? After the US Senate's pressure on Instagram to improve safety and wellness for young users, CEO Adam Mosseri said that they are, quote, working on a version of a chronological feed that could launch next year. Note the keyword version. It's not chronological feed as it is a version of it. So, app researcher Alessandro Paluzzi spotted the feature in testing, which includes options like home, following, and favorites. So, when you want to set your news feed, right, you can actually order it based on three formats: home,
Okay.
following, and favorites. He predicts that following feed may be displayed in reverse chronological order. So it's not set, but following could be the one.
Okay.
So reverse chronological order means that you see the newest ones, then you see the older ones. So it's based on a timeline, not based on an algorithm which Instagram thinks that you will want to see more of. If it's the same as Facebook, because Facebook has the same feature as well, users will be forced to manually enable the following feed display every time they come into the app. So if I leave an app, I use the Instagram app for 5 minutes and I leave it,
Okay.
it resets back to the normal algorithm focused feed structure thing, right? And I have to come in, I have to hit the what is that called? The reorder the thing back into following in order to get the chronological order. So this will eventually then Instagram hopes that people would eventually get tired of manually doing this all the time and resort to the order Instagram wanted them to do in the first place. So by doing this, Instagram can say to the US Senate and say, we gave them the option, but they chose not to take it.
like he said, it's a version of it. Like Instagram, why you're doing this to us? We didn't do anything to you, no. Like
Instagram is Facebook, and Facebook does this. That's just how they roll.
Mata, why? But overall, I mean, for me, it's still like doing all of that. I mean, it's a bit more cumbersome because you have to go back to the platform again and switch all the put the settings back again. It's a bit more cumbersome. It seems like they are making an offer to us that we cannot refuse. We just do it, and then eventually, like, they can just tell to people like, hey, I gave them an option, but they don't want to take it. Yeah, like give it back again. Like, you just follow us, follow what we do.
Yep, exactly.
Instagram, you know what, bro? You do you, bro. Okay, so up next, Meta gives more users access to simplified AR creation tools. Meta has an AR creation kit called Spark AR Go, which has been closed beta for a while now. This creation kit allows users more easily compile up an AR effect compared to its public version. It contains a bunch of ready-made templates for users to more easily create effects without heavy coding. I mean, thank you because a lot coding is complicated. So the company is opening it up to more creators, but didn't say when it would be available to everyone else. You can register your interest by googling up Spark AR Go, sign up, but may not be shortlisted lah. Just giving you a heads up.
I had a look at this the creation kit, and it's quite cool. It's like they give you a bunch of templates, so you just like drag and drop, and then you can have the effect, like face effect, or that whole thing where it runs and then it shows you what you are.
Oh, okay.
Those kinds of stuff, like the rolling the dice kind of thing. Very basic stuff, but if you're a brand or you're a creator and you want to get your content out onto the effects list, the repository, it's a good way to do that. It's just that the downside is not everyone has access to this.
So, I mean, like, it depends on your luck if you do get chosen or not. Like,
Yes.
That's the thing.
And I have had a try at the Spark AR, which is the more complete version. It was it's a bit of a steep learning curve. It's not as easy to use as this one.
Okay.
So we hope that this can be made available to everyone soon. So it kind of becomes like a Canva for AR effects.
That is a very good move stepping into right now, because everybody, even let's just talk about brands hopping into this, because it will be the prime time to hop into it. Because if you think about it, I mean, with the whole COVID situation, now people are more comfortable sitting at home and making purchases. So I think a lot of brands, in my opinion, I feel a lot of brands should actually hop onto this, as soon as possible before before it's too late. And I'm quite glad because instead of doing heavy coding, so they give us this template so we can play around with it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so much more easier.
It's actually very easy. You can have one that automatically attaches to your face, and then all you have to do is draw something that you want to put into it, and then you will automatically stick into it. So it's very easy. It's a lot easier than the previous version that is now available to everyone. So yeah, we hope that this can be made available to public so we can have more awesome effects soon.
Yee.
WhatsApp lets us preview voice messages before sending. This feature should have been released when WhatsApp first introduced voice messaging, but we're glad they did it anyway.
Yep.
Now users can preview their voice clips before sending them out to others. Do you do a lot of voice messaging?
Of course.
Okay, I don't do a lot of voice messaging. I try to avoid voice messaging if possible because I'm a text kind of person.
Okay.
I still prefer to text. But a lot of people who do voice messaging always tell me this. They hate listening to their own voice.
I mean, I do too. But at times, if I like to, like, for me, if I do send voice messages, I like to set fart sounds. Like just for the fun of it. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, like, essentially.
Jay, ladies and gentlemen.
Ta-da! But yeah, I don't like listening to my own voice at times.
Yeah.
It's a bit squeaky. So.
Voice messaging is actually being used more and more on chat platforms, especially on WhatsApp and all across the world, because there are a lot of places that does not speak English and do not use Roman characters for typing.
Correct.
So for those markets and for those industries and for those parts of the world, those countries and those regions, it's easier to just hit a button, say what you want to say,
Correct.
and send it. And sometimes when you hit a button, there's a lag between the recording starting and you speaking,
Yes.
and sometimes some things go missing, or you might wait too long, and you might say a bit of things wrong, and you
Yep.
want to change it, those kinds of stuff. So it's nice to have the ability to preview it before you send it.
Correct.
Instead, you send it. The only way previously to actually listen to your own recording is to send it out and then press play on
Correct.
it, right? So that is a bit of an issue.
I mean, like, it's a good approach, like, instead of, like, because after you sending it, you hear your voice and you realize,
oh,
crap,
no,
I said something, it's damn bad, I gotta delete this.
delete.
And then that's the thing, the guy on the other hand will actually see,
This bunch of deleted messages.
Why is that deleted messages, bro? Why did you send me, bro? Tell me right now. And we get stuck there, So, I mean, finally, thank you, WhatsApp, for doing this. It's going to make life so much more easier to send voice notes. I don't have to keep repeating and checking up my voice notes. So, yeah, good job.
Thumbs up.
Hee hee. Alright, with that, Social Media Wiki podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook.
If you like Social Media Weekly, it would really help if you rate and review it on a podcast feeder of your choice and on YouTube so more can discover it. Social Media Weekly is on the lookout for regular co-hosts to help us bring more depth to the show. If you're interested, simply drop me an email at Shawn, that is SHAWN, @virtualpeddlers.com. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 15 December 2021. My name is Shawn.
And I am Jay, and I bid you and I do my people.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.